How did we get here? How did strong, capable men who are meant to lead, love, and protect, end up emasculated, ashamed, and afraid of their own power? Well, here's the uncomfortable truth. It wasn't an accident. And it wasn't all their fault. Today, I'm going to show you how men got emasculated by women, and more importantly, how you can bury the nice guy and awaken the God-man within. If you're new here, welcome to Good Man to God Man. I help good men bury the nice guy, crucify the counterfeit, and rise as the God Man so they can lead, love, and live with peace, power, and presence. Better than any coach on the planet. While other coaches are trying to fix men by making them better good guys, they're unknowingly piling on more pressure, more performance, and more pretending. And it's no wonder why so many men break down, burn out, or blow up. Some lose their family, some lose their minds, some drop dead because of a heart attack. Because all that effort to do it right still is not rooted in who they are. We don't add pressure here. We remove the masks, crucify the counterfeit, and let the God-man inside you rise. The pressure doesn't come from the outside anymore. It comes from within. And that kind of pressure, it doesn't crush a man. It crowns him. So let's dive in. Part number one, the root of emasculation. See, it didn't start in the boardroom. It didn't start in the bedroom. It started in the garden. Adam, our first father, when confronted with crisis, he didn't rise. He retreated. He didn't speak. He didn't lead. He didn't cover. He blamed. He hid. And his silence seeded a pattern that's still running today. What I call the Adam operating system is still alive in modern men. And here's what that system looks like. Avoid the conflict. Protect the image. Blame the woman. Hide from God. That's not just Bible history. That's modern masculinity. Fast forward thousands of years, and now in our society today, men are programmed to avoid conflict, to perform for approval, to hide from their own strength, and to seek validation from women. And that is how the pattern began. So the next part is how women contributed. Now, hear me clearly. Women did not intend to emasculate men. But in a culture where the masculine was already wounded, when many women rose in power, men had no rooted foundation left to stand on. Feminism, especially in the first wave, it was honorable. It sought equality, justice, and basic rights. But as feminism evolved into its third wave and beyond, something shifted. It began to shame masculine traits as toxic. Strength was called dominance. Leadership was called patriarchy. Conviction was called control. Add to that generations of single mother households. Boys grew up without embodied masculine models. Many men were raised by women, educated by women, discipled and disciplined by women, and now try to date and marry women while having no deep initiation into their own masculinity. And in relationships, many women unconsciously test men's strength, not to destroy them, but to see if there's actually anything solid in there. And too often, they find men that are shrinking instead of rising. Women aren't the root cause, but many have become mirrors of where men are actually refusing to rise. So part three is why being a good man is not enough. Now listen, being a good man is no longer enough. I wrote the book, Good Man to God Man. And in that book, I said good men go to hell every day because good is not God. Being a good man today usually means being agreeable, being passive, being pleasing, being disconnected from conviction, and ultimately being disconnected from God. All so you can avoid rocking the boat. But here's the truth. A woman doesn't want a boat that never rocks. She wants a captain that can weather whatever the storm it is. She wants a king, not a nice guy in a borrowed crown. You cannot perform your way into being the kind of man that she's going to trust and she's going to follow. You have to embody it. So, part number 4, the path to becoming a God man. So, how does a man reclaim his power? Not by fixing himself, not by performing harder, but by crucifying the counterfeit, by burning the nice guy mask, by letting the God man within him rise. And there are 3 keys. Number 1, kill the nice guy, the one who lives for approval, the one who shapeshifts to avoid rejection, the one who hides behind politeness instead of embodying presence. Number 2, be forged in the flame. Embrace the fire of testing. Let what is false burn away. Let conviction, not convenience, become your core. And number 3, rise as the God man. Not as a man who needs to dominate, but as a man so rooted in God that leadership is simply the overflow of who he is. And here's the truth. When you rise as a God man, the pressure doesn't crush you anymore. It crowns you. So, men were emasculated? Yes, that's true. But not because women stole their power, because men abandoned it. And today, one choice can start your return. So if you're ready to bury the nice guy and rise as the God man, I highly recommend subscribe to this channel. I'm dropping content every week to help you lead, love, and live with peace, power, and presence. Comment below, I rise. And remember, you are not made to perform. You are made to embody. Let's go.